Welcome back. Now, the building sector in India is being identified as one of the major contributors to climate change and one of the biggest guzzlers of energy. Now, as India's building stock is only going to multiply, the Ministry of Power has come out with a set of design guidelines to build energy-efficient multi-storied residential buildings. How can you implement these recommendations and what can be the extent of the energy savings? Here's my report. Our cities are rapidly expanding and more people are shifting to urban areas to live and work. By 2050, it is estimated that 50% of India would be living in its cities. To house this population, the building stock is going to multiply many-fold, and so will the energy consumption.
What we are looking at is something like a tripling of energy use in the household sector. What is even more frightening is that the largest increase is driven by air conditioners.
Sensing this ticking time bomb, the Bureau of Energy Efficiency has formulated a set of 15 design recommendations for energy-efficient multi-story residential buildings for the hot and dry climate regions of India. These voluntary guidelines are meant to target builders, developers and architects for adoption at the design stage.
We want to make sure that they're built in a way that the need for energy is minimized. So if you've got buildings that face in the right direction, if the openings are not very large, then what can happen is that instead of using a 1.5 ton AC in a room, I may need only a 1 ton AC. And then if I use a 5-star AC, together my energy consumption would have come down by a factor of 30%.
Experts who have helped draft these design guidelines say the beauty of these recommendations is that they are very simple and don't cost extra. The recommendations speak of the orientation and shape of the building to minimize solar exposure on vertical surfaces. The building blocks should be arranged so that mutual shading also reduces solar exposure. Most of the solar heat gains in residential buildings originates through the building envelope, which means the windows, walls and roof. They recommend light colors on walls, insulation on the walls most exposed to the sun, window shades with extended overhangs, external movable shutters or double glazing to intercept direct solar radiation on the window. The rooftop should have overdeck insulation and high reflective surface to minimize the heat ingress.
When we look at the common systems, the design of lifts, water pumps, as well as the common lighting in multi-story residential complexes, there are specific recommendations on how the electricity can be reduced. And last point in our recommendations is about how to generate some of this electricity in-house using either solar water heaters or solar photovoltaic panels.
Such elementary design concepts, when combined with energy-efficient star-rated appliances, promise to halve your energy consumption. To encourage the industry to adopt such green design concepts, the onus lies on area municipalities to incorporate them into their bylaws and be strict with compliance. However, most local development bodies take on the carrot and stick approach, offering incentives of extra FAR and ground coverage.
That additional 3 stories increases the cost of servicing that building, carrying people up and down, carrying water up to service the building. It increases the cost in the construction of the building. More steel will be consumed to resist earthquakes and typhoon or wind or storm loads. What you thought you were gaining by energy efficiency, you have lost by building a particular type of building, increasing the height of the building.
To start with, housing finance lenders can insist on financing only green projects and also develop a credible certification system, much like what the BEE has done with electrical appliances. Vasudha Sharma, NDTV. Alright, moving on to your questions. We have Dr. Chandan Mohan on the line with us. Hello doctor, how can we help you?